I'm Kat and I play Red. Growing up, did you ever have the relative that had that wallpaper? If you didn't, it might be you. You know, the one with the flowers or the dots or the thingamajigs. That's what this game is all about, because this week we're looking at that old wallpaper. Designed by Nathan Thornton and Danielle Dealey, produced by AEG. It's that old wallpaper. Let's have a look at how it plays. That old wallpaper is a game of pattern matching. It's played over 3 rounds and each round is 6 turns. So each player will begin the game with their set of number cards ranging between 1 and 10. We're going to shuffle this up and draw a hand of 5 cards. Everyone's token is in order here. The book says do it youngest to oldest or do it completely randomly. We've shuffled all of the wallpaper cards here and we've got the hazy memory cards here. We're going to draw cards from the wallpaper deck so that there are as many columns as players. And we've got 3 players, so 1, 2, 3. So these are the 3 cards up for grab. You're only going to place 1 card in each column unless you have a card with a red oval shape in the middle. If you draw one of these, you're going to place 1 more card. If that one had a red dot, you'd play another one, but none of these do. These are all just plain, boring old cards. So, each wallpaper card has 4 sections featuring an array of gorgeous designs. We have red flowery things, wonderful yellow sunshine, blue spacey things, green leafy things, and the wild one. I'm not even making these names up. That is actually what they call them in the rule book. And I actually really like this because that's what we're going to end up calling them anyway. Wallpaper cards may also have a symbol in the middle. Purple mementos will give you points at the end of the game. Red ovals, as I showed you earlier, mean you'll draw extra cards. However, at the end of the game, the player with the most of these red ovals will get -2 points and the player with the least will get +2 points. So careful about taking too many of them. So pop them there. At the start of the turn, players will all choose a card from their hand and place it face down on the table. So I'm going to do these at random. So let's reveal these, my word, that's all low. Place the card with the highest value next to the card furthest from the deck. The card with the lowest value next to the deck, and anything else in the middle. As long as no players played the same number, everyone takes the corresponding column. If, however, 2 or more players played the same card, so let's have a look, what we do is block these ones out for the time being. I take this one and these two players have bumped each other. Use the turn token here to determine who gets to choose a column. So in this case, green is further near the front. So green would pick which card they wanted, and their token would then go to the back of the turn order. Purple, in this case, because they didn't get a column, would get one of these hazy memory cards, which you're going to pop to the side for now because you'll use them at the end of the game. No one else had a 2, so I take this card. The one column left stays there, and we'll start the next turn. So discard all of these. Then you're going to need to place any wallpaper cards you got this round, not the hazy memories. Now placement rules are pretty obvious, and at the moment we only have one card, so it doesn't matter quite so much, but let's have a look at them. If I've taken 2 cards, you must place next to another card so that either the short sides touch or the long sides touch. Obviously, we can't do stuff like that. You can always mismatch patterns, but then you're not going to get any points, so that would be pointless. Wild patterns, as on the hazy memory cards here, the shiny gold ones, will always complete a pattern, but 2 of them together would score you no points. So if I'd had these 2 cards, I might decide to do that. But I didn't get that one. I have to put that one back. That was in the middle. So, start of the next turn, we're going to place 1 card into each column. Ooh, hazy memories there and there. Draw 1 card from our deck so that we're back up to 5 cards, and we're ready to start the next turn. So let's do some random cards for these 2, and I quite like those, so I'm gonna go higher. Let's do this. Oops. And reveal the cards for 2. So I would get this one, purple would get these 2, and green would get this one. So let's pop that there for green. Purple gets those. Purple doesn't actually have any other cards, and I get this one, which I'm going to pop there for now. So again, discard your number cards. Keep them face up in front of you so your opponents can actually see what you've discarded. Draw again, and 3 columns. Gosh, oh, shiny, so much shiny. At the end of the 6th turn, your draw pile will be empty. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say I've played all of these. I now have no draw pile. So you're going to shuffle your used cards to create a new deck. We are going to flip the round cards, that goes to the bottom, and we're now starting round 2. At the end of the 12th turn, you will again run out of cards, need to shuffle your deck. You'll put round 2. And then at the end of turn 18, when you can't draw for the final turn, the game will end and scoring will occur. The first thing you're going to do at the game end is use any of the hazy memory cards that you have available. Now, these have only got the 1 match, but they are wild and they go both ways. So I'm going to pop that one there. I am going to, remember, if I match a gold with a gold there, like that, that's not going to score me anything. So while it's very pretty, it's not particularly helpful. I'm going to put that there. And 1, 2, I'm going to put that one there. So you're going to get your score pad here, And what you're going to do is mark the number of matching patterns you have. So the big green leafy things, the big red flowers, the blue spiky things, the yellow sunshine. These are the big versions and these are the small versions. So let's have a quick look. Green, I've got 2 of the big greens, and I've also got 3 of the small greens. So I just pop 2 and 3 and so on. What you're then going to do is each completed big and small pattern will give you 2 points. So in that case, I had 2 and 3, I'd get 4 points. The red, I have 1, 2 big reds, 3, 4 small reds, but only the 2, so it would be 4 for the red. So we do that for all 4 of the colours. Then we're going to look at the purple mementos. Now, I have 2 different ones. I've got 3, but I've only got 2 different ones. You're going to get 1, 3, 6 or 10 points for having different memento icons. Then the red dots, I have got 1, 2, 3 of them. So I'd compare that to other people and potentially get +2 or -2 points. Finally, the player whose token is at the front of the turn order there gets 2 VP. So in this case, I'd get 2 points. Then the player with the most points is the winner. Honestly, while I quite like the theme of this, I was a bit sceptical about the gameplay. There's a lot of games that are pattern matching out there, and do we really need any more? However, because you have to get the pairs of matching patterns, this is surprisingly thinky. Especially at the end when you're putting your hazy patterns down and you're literally sat counting all of your numbers up to see what will give you the most points. The shiny foil, I don't know how well that's really showing on camera, the shiny foil on these hazy memory cards and the wild cards is really nice. The mementos are also foil, purple in the middle, which is really nice. It's just presented really well, which you kind of come to expect with a company like AEG, if I'm honest. But this foil is a lovely touch. It adds a little bit of class to what might be otherwise quite a tacky little game. Not that we don't love tackiness. The fact they've named the patterns and they've named them something stupid, again, is brilliant. I love it. You know, however much of a posh name a game gives something, you're going to end up calling it the red flowers and the green leafy stuff and the blue bobbles. So I love the fact that they've just gone with that, and that's what they called them to begin with. So that is that old wallpaper. I got this copy at Gen Con. I think it might have had a small release there, but I know it's going to be available at Essen. Go and check it out. AEG are usually, which hall are they? 1 normally, aren't they? 3. They're usually in hall 3. They have a really big stand. You kind of can't miss them. Yeah, they're hall 3 and you go down and they're on the right hand side normally. Go and check it out. I think they've got some other new stuff. I think Wormholes and Ready Steady Bet are also going to be available there. Check it out. That old wallpaper. You too can be like grandma. I don't know, is that a good thing? Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click like, subscribe and all that stuff. And please do it this time. Please do it. Hopefully see some of you guys at Essen, which is creeping up on us. Keep an eye on Twitter for our 30-day countdown and all the good stuff that you need to see. If I don't see you there, See you next time here. Thanks for watching. Bye.